everyone, welcome back to the Movie Couple channel. I'm Wendy and here is my non-spoiler review on Barbie. Barbie is directed by Greta Gerwig and stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, America Ferrera, Ariana Greenblatt, Simu Liu, Michael Cera, Kate McKinnon, and Will Ferrell. Barbie and Ken are having the time of their lives in the colorful and seemingly perfect world of Barbie Land. However, when they get the chance to go to the real world, they soon discover the joys and perils of living among humans. The Barbie movie. I remember seeing the trailer for the first time and just the colorful, how vibrant that trailer was. Obviously the costumes, because Barbie has so many iconic outfits. So seeing Barbie and Ken and essentially the Barbie land in the Barbie world was really interesting. And I think the trailer left a lot of us wondering, what kind of movie is this going to be? Is it going to be adjacent to Lego, where, you know, it's kind of the Lego pieces, so essentially would be the Barbies be played by the children, and that's what Barbie sees when she ventures into the Barbie world. So I am glad that they didn't kind of reveal everything in the trailers, which so many trailers do these days. This movie, the direction, the angle it went really surprised me, because I went in thinking it was going to be this one thing, although I wasn't quite sure, but I was surprised to find another. Just like I described earlier, it does start off in Barbie Land. Everything is pretty and pink and perfect. Very kind of similar to Elliot in the Lego movie, or even Free Guy, where they wake up and they have their routine perfect day. But pretty soon Margot Robbie's Barbie, and there are so many Barbies, but Margot Robbie's Barbie starts to have these different thoughts. She had thoughts of death.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
She started getting flat feet. So she is out there trying to find the answer of why that is happening, and that's where she learns of the real world. I was actually kind of surprised how quickly it took for them to get to the real world, and essentially just take what you saw in Barbie Land or Barbie World and just flip it, you know, the other way, 180, and that kind of gave Barbie's experience in the real world. Obviously everything's a little bit more like quote unquote gray. Not everything is pink in the real world. You know, they start off in Venice Beach, and then they explore a little bit of like LA, specifically Century City, and Barbie is starting to realize, oh, this is very different. Where what Barbie was used to is, because I mentioned earlier, there are so many Barbies, and we see that in the cast too. So all the Barbies holds all sorts of different jobs. They're in the Supreme Court, they're presidents, they're writers, astronauts, etc. And that is what Margot Robbie's Barbie is used to in the Barbie world. When she comes into the real world, it's quite the opposite of that. But the whole reason why she went to the real world is to figure out why she started to have all these thoughts in her, you know, I guess quote unquote out of norm thoughts in her head, and it's to essentially find the girl that she has that connection with. And that's where we link up with America Ferrera's character, who happens to work at Mattel, whose CEO happens to be Will Ferrell. So with that said, that is all kind of towards the beginning of the movie. I don't want to keep going further, you know, kind of discussing the plot, because if you end up seeing this, I want you to find out for yourself. But here is where I found interesting, because at the beginning of this review, I was saying that I was expecting this one type of movie and I found another. So with the very beginning of the film, they sort of used, and this was a part of, I think, the teaser trailer as well, they sort of used how dolls have always existed, but they weren't ever like full-grown dolls for, you know, little girls to play with, right? They were usually baby dolls, where then the little girls would play the caregiver role. That is until Barbie came along, and Barbie, the doll, is a full-grown woman. She's the best at everything she does, you know, top tier, whatever job she is at. And that is aspiring for young girls, where she can play with the doll, where she's not playing as just the caregiver to the doll. So I really like that examination of Barbie. What the movie also examines is, this is the concept of Barbie. She can have whatever job she wants, like the ultra girl boss, but that also has a little bit of, that's been met with some negative connotation with, you know, oh, Barbie in this perfect body shape, it's unrealistic, it sets unrealistic expectations for women, and etc. So I like that the film does examine that, and that's where the movie went this way, where I thought, oh, it's gonna go this way, but I appreciate that. So I just want to say, on surface level, you might think that Barbie is like family film, and it can be, but the message is a lot deeper than that. There is this really great monologue by America Ferrera's character about what it means to be not just a woman, but a human, and I felt so validated and so seen as she said this. I was not expecting to feel emotional as I was watching Barbie, but I got emotional a few times, and I really love that they had those moments in there. Some of the other things I liked about the movie: costume design, obviously, set production design was really incredible. The colors, the vibrancy. If you grew up with not even the fact that you had to play with Barbie, but when the commercials for Barbie was all over the place, the Malibu Dream House, the Dream Car, the Dream Horse, and etc., they replicated so well for this movie inside Barbie Land. So for Barbie fans, there's a lot of cool things to look for as far as iconic outfits, accessories, and etc. Some of the things that took me out, especially towards the third act of the film, was having Will Ferrell's character, which is the CEO of Mattel, kind of popping in through scenes, and I felt like they definitely used him as a comic, the comedy relief, and he's great at it, but I felt like they had, this great message, and it was getting really emotional, and they used it to kind of, I guess, break up the tension, but it really felt out of place. And really, there was no payoff to that, so I didn't particularly enjoy that because it felt kind of more disruptive than anything else. But most of all, I like that the movie, more so than just talking about Barbie and what Barbie means, it also talks about what it means to be human and everything that comes with being human that a Barbie have never experienced until this incident. The writing is smart, it's funny. I've already talked your ears off about costume design and production design, which if you've seen the trailer, you already know. So I found myself very surprised at the end of this movie walking out. It had me thinking, wow, it went in an unexpected direction, and I really, really enjoyed it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give you my rating for the movie. If you're curious about the movie couple rating system, it is listed for you in the video description below. For me, this movie is a check it out. It was so much fun to watch. They absolutely cast the perfect person to be Barbie and for Ken. I didn't even get to talk about Ryan Gosling's Ken in this film. He is, I don't know who can be more Ken at being Ken than Ryan Gosling. I feel like I didn't want to talk about it maybe because there were so many good parts to it that I felt like if I spoke about it, it would ruin like your experience if you were to go and experience this film. So I kind of held it. But he is hilarious. He fully committed to every single line, every single moment of this film. It's so fun to see. Simu Liu did a great job, as well as Michael Cera. They all did a fantastic job in their various Ken and Alan parts. So you will enjoy them in the film. And just again, if anyone's going in thinking this is like a family film for the young audience because you think it's Barbie, I feel like they will probably enjoy, the beautiful colors and the costumes, and the fun dance parties and stuff on screen, but the messaging is definitely going to be flying over their heads because they will be too young. This is specific to, the kids that you're bringing to the movie, not you as an adult viewer. So with that in mind, let me know what you thought of the Barbie movie in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.